Moana, the supposed live-action movie, is getting an even bigger backlash than many expected. A ratio, such as what we saw with Snow White, is on the way. Rachel Zegler, you've been freed from the spotlight. Now, it's on Disney and Bob Iger for greenlighting whatever this semi-animated Montanui monstrosity just might be. Folks, it may be the downfall of their biggest girl IP. We'll tell you why the internet is on fire for Moana, and not in a good way, right now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The sun is still shining, the skies are still blue, and that's because we tell what's true here on this channel. A backlash is on the way. Snow White 2.0, maybe, for Moana. At least Rachel Zegler's not in today. Folks, click the like button, drop a comment down below, let us know, are you planning to see this, even if it's great? There's a free version of it, animated, it's beautiful on Disney+. We must talk about it, let's dive in. Back to Montanui we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a big one here for you. We'll start with @DarlingStrawby, because it's a great question. It's a question worth your time. It says, when Disney changes the storylines and characters of movies with remakes, we complain and say that they have an original movie with the script ready to go, so why mess it up? But then, when they make a remake like this one, being Moana the live-action remake, and it appears to be exactly the same to the animated one, beat for beat, scene for scene, second by second, just like How to Train Your Dragon, that's lazy and not good either. I see people criticizing this trailer by saying it's a one-to-one version of the original. Do they just dislike remakes? Is there any live-action remake that would be good enough for them? As a Moana fan, I'm personally excited to see this. I hope it's good and as close to the original as possible. I can't lie, it feels like some people just want to complain about anything sometimes. And complain, they are.
Oof.
That's right, folks. We got us a ratio. You didn't think this was going to happen, did you? I wasn't sure about it. But yes, a ratio is underway for Moana, the live-action remake, which I think is a stretch to say that. But 53,000 dislikes to 31,000 likes. The saving grace thus far is that people don't have a tremendous distaste for the leading actress or anybody else involved in this. Otherwise, we'd be seeing Snow White again. And the top comments are what should have Disney worried, because even if there's no Rachel Zegler level of disgust in this one, guess what? If people are watching this and saying, ew, they already know the story. There's no surprise in here. There's no twist at the end that they didn't see coming. They just watched this movie over the last 10 years. Their kids have been watching it on loop on Disney+. It's the only thing doing anything other than Bluey. They know what's in there. So if it's ugly, why wouldn't they just go back and watch the free one on their streaming? Read the comments. Just wait till we get the live action Zootopia with real animated animals. What have they done to her beautiful curly hair? The animated OG Moana film isn't nearly old enough for live action remake. These are the top comments we're reading through. Why the hair salon aesthetic for her? It's like Sora and ChatGPT had a son. There's Treasure Planet, there's Atlantis, there's Princess and the Frog, and we got a movie that isn't 10 years old yet. You didn't ask for it, so we're making it. Remember, everyone, Bob Iger is not a creative. He's a numbers man, a bad one. So basically, it's still animated just with live humans inserted. There's not a positive comment in any of the top comments. This is when you know things are bad for Disney, because the ratio's bad enough, but the other problem is people aren't commenting any support for it. Everything you see in this shot, CGI, maybe even the girl, although she could be real. The realest shot we have is a hand that's underwater. That's the most realistic shot we have. Listen, I can't tell the difference in this live action movie and the animated movie here. I swear it's the same water, the same effects, same everything. The little girl is awash in that same filter they used in Snow White that makes everything look plasticky and weird. Guys, they've got a problem here, because Moana 2, despite the fact that it made $1 billion, it did it on the back of Moana 1. It did it off the back of all that goodwill. It's not a spectacular movie. Nobody remembers the songs. Nobody sings them. Nobody's watching it on Disney+. Moana, the original, is all they watch, all they want to watch. And if they do another Moana film that is subpar at best, they are going to sink their biggest girl brand. And the ratio is here. It's happening. We didn't have any part in this. The people say, oh, you guys just hate on Zegler. You hate on Snow White. You made this happen. You and your downvote campaigns. We didn't even know this was happening until this morning when we turned it on and said, oh, well, look at that. The world is aghast at what Disney is doing. What's going on here? Jonas, I start with you. We'll go to Ron after that. But what's going on here with Moana and the live action backlash, the revolt against Montanui?
You know, the thing that I think about is a movie like 101 Dalmatians, the one that was starring Jeff Daniels. I think John Hughes actually might have written the script for that one. It was actually good. It was mostly live action. There were little hints of CGI in there. I think that's what people think of when they think of a live action remake. But at some point, I'm going to say 2019, The Lion King live action remake came out, and there was nothing live action in it. It was just photorealistic, but it counted. And so from that point on, I think Disney said, we would rather have complete control of every aspect of this process rather than have something real and tangible captured in frame.
Look at that.
And first of all, when did Hey turn to the dark side and choose to serve Emperor Palpatine? That's what
is this a new flounder?
Yes. It is an animated version of Hey, but it's also the worst animation that you could do. There's a reason that Walt Disney feature animation does the things that it does. It's a reason. There's a difference between even Strange World, as bad as that movie was, it still had good animation, versus Wish under Jennifer Lee that has horrible animation. This is not animation. This is uninspired. This is corporate product, and it's bad corporate product. It is diet Moana. It is not anything that except it still has calories. This is nothing that anyone would want to see unless they just need something to go see in the theater. This is participation trophy content, and it's the worst kind of content.
We're going to the newest comments. Why? Disney's milking their cows completely dry. Please, can you not make live action remakes? Needed the curly hairs. There's by the way, the controversy there is that the little girl who plays Moana has naturally curly hair, apparently, and they straightened it out. Hey, we got one. I came here for The Rock. Too bad he's not in it. Literally no reason for this to exist. Who asked for this, bro? The Rock was not the right casting choice for Maui body-wise. I can't believe Disney actually thought we needed this. The dislike ratios. Folks, we're not behind this. We have no campaign, Disney. Don't you dare say that we're doing this time. We're just observifying. Ron, we're just observifying what's happening.
I don't know. It's bizarre. So there are, of all of the live action remakes, I think I've only really enjoyed two of them. One was The Jungle Book, because I just was not really invested in in the original Jungle Book. And I kind of liked the Cinderella. I thought they did a pretty good job with that one. Other than that, they're just, I don't know. The problem with the live action remakes is that they are lifeless, which is odd considering they're supposed to be live action. But you can do something with animation that you can't do with live action, and that's the problem. You recreating stories that were meant to be seen in animation is problematic, for one, because okay, Hey is the perfect example in this. Hey obviously does not look like a real chicken. So to try to make a real chicken look like Hey, it doesn't work in live action. It was, second of all, this movie for a lot of people was just like yesterday. Like Moana is not that old of a property to be redoing this with. I think a really good one, all things considered, if they're going to do live action, maybe try Tiana. Maybe try Princess and the Frog. That might be interesting. Well, I don't know.
They wiped out her popularity with the ride.
I know. That's the problem. They're killing all of their properties. Disney, what happened to the company that used to be the most creative company on the planet? They have lost all of their creativity.
This is clearly assembly line material. Marvin, the problem here is if people look at this and they don't like it because it doesn't look good, there's another movie that's the exact same story that looks better, and they made it 10 years ago, and it's free on streaming. That's right. The problem for Disney right now.
This looks like you went on to Sora and you wrote, you put in the original Moana and said, make this live action. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't look real. The point of the live action remakes is you get to see these movies play out in the real world. this doesn't look like the real world. This just looks like the cartoon world. It looks like Eddie Valiant in Toontown in Roger Rabbit.
How dare you, sir? How dare you, sir? That looked amazing.
Yes, that worked. This does not.
By the way, I can't find, we've been going through these manually. We can't play the trailer. Disney won't let you play the trailer. They'll ding you for it. I've been trying to find give me a frame that's clean. And that's another problem with this, is that it's motion blurred everywhere. And I suspect there's a reason for that. I suspect they're trying to hide that this doesn't look great. But there's motion blur. So I can't look at this. This is the best I can do, folks. This is not an internet connection issue. This is not a resolution issue. That's the blur. That's the trailer that they've done this. Now, you can't see the level of blur that's involved, but look at this Mickey Mouse head here. Crystal clear. This is what they released as the official trailer. Why did they de-res it and motion blur it? I suspect because it doesn't look good enough to freeze frame it, and they know that's what people will do and then talk about it. Culture seemed like the strategy they're up to.
Of course, yeah, and this isn't an uncommon strategy when it comes to Disney's digital presentation of otherwise well animated things. They really don't disconnect well from the reality of producing something with CGI versus doing it with AI. And I think that this is something that they've suffered from the entire time. It's why all their stuff looks undercooked. I mean, that's been my statement for everything, right? When I've been watching these things and calling them out and saying this looks kind of undercooked. And despite the fact that the single image of the young lady on the boat looked like a throwback to perhaps what an actual frame from a movie shot on an ocean could look like, that still has all of the elements of the blur shame that we can call out Disney's every effort at this kind of animation.
We've seen this before, Culture. We've seen this before. This is played out in the past. Yeah. Films that are ugly, cause nausea.
Even scenes that I starred in this particular film, look blurred and don't represent me very well. So I was really
Culture,
upset.
by the way, folks, he's the second from the right. If you go from the right and work your way to the left, Culture's the second guy there. Culture, look, I'm impressed you did that without your glasses, though. It's
very difficult. It's very difficult, and especially when they wanted me to say lines, which wasn't very often, fortunately. So
to compare this, look at that Moana live action trailer and compare it to the photos that we got yesterday from The Legend of Zelda.
Oh yeah,
shot on location in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Vast, real green, landscapes, the intricate stitching on the costumes. I mean, it was the complete opposite of this. This is what you saw here. This is fake. This is fake. It's animated. It's a cartoon. Whereas what you saw in Zelda looked more like Lord of the Rings.
Right. And by the way, this is the second time that they've been owned by this. Talking about Disney, right? This is the second time that Disney has been owned because they released their Toy Story 5 teaser trailer. Big excitement. One of the biggest brands Disney has. And they were just absolutely stomped. Might as well have been eaten by a piranha plant as soon as the Mario trailer came out.
That's
Everybody
right.
Mario trailer.
A trailer release said, "Excuse me, princess."
Yeah. Then Disney does the Moana thing. And what are people all talking about? These Zelda images that are coming out that look phenomenal. And by the way, they are actual live action.
Yep.
So I can't listen. I'm more pumped up for Zelda than I was before. Fair?
Yeah, I was notoriously against this Zelda movie because I wanted it to be animated. But I saw this and I was just like, you know what? This looks good. This looks really good.
Bad day to be Disney. Bad day to be Moana. Looks like audiences going to go see Zelda and Mario instead. Put this baby to bed. This video is over. Turn off the lights, but not quite yet, folks, because we do ask one final thing before we say goodbye, and that is, would you consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it and stick it to those algorithms. It is the notification bell, and drop a comment down below. Also greatly appreciated, anytime you would like to share this out on your favorite social media platforms, well, we would love that. And we'd also love to hear your thoughts. Folks, drop a comment down below and use that beautiful mind of yours. If you would not mind, we'd love to know what you're thinking. Also, if you would like to become a member of the channel, it's as simple as clicking the join button. It is the price of a soda per month, and you'll gain access to all kinds of new, cool, exclusive information. Folks, until the next time, we have the honor of spending time with you. Keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Jump into the water.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun.
Want it all, so I give them cannonball. Yeah!
Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio.
Arizona, Arizona.
Pineapple pizza, Hawaiian ice freeze, yeah. Can't wait to be up. 3 days of you and me.
What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.